Good morning. It is morning over here in Mega Selling Artist Live. We are coming to you from Fayetteville, Arkansas. I don't know if I ever tell people that, but that's actually where we are located. So happy November, everyone. Can you believe that we are rolling in to the very end of the year? We're wrapping things up. I hope that your holiday sales are really amping up. This is the time. If you haven't gotten out there with a big promotion, get it ready, get it done, especially if you can get that ready before Thanksgiving. Or of course, we've got the Black Friday and Small Business Saturday and Cyber Monday. I really want you guys to be out there selling. So say hello as you're signing in. I always love to see who's here. Oh, we got Mitzi. Mitzi's here. Hello, Mitzi. And let me know if you're watching this in replay. So if you're watching this in replay, I get it. We can't all be here at this time, but I love to know that I've still connected with you. So make sure you hit hashtag replay whenever you get to watch this. I love it. I actually saw Elsa, one of our members. She recently watched it. She put her little fall maple leaf. Of course, she's Canadian too. That's so I love that. But it's always great to know who's been able to really get this content. And I love hearing from you. Let me know if this content is helping you. Let me know what you want more of. That way I can know what you need and I'll serve you better. That's the way it works. The more communication we have going on in here, the better this community gets. And that's my goal, is to make sure that I'm providing you great value every week that's going to help you move your business forward, because that's really my mission. That's my mission. Along with all the products and other things that I offer, I want to make sure that I'm serving everyone. So I want to hear from you. Today, we're talking about the 3 things your customer needs before they'll ever buy from you. Before any customer will ever pull out their credit card, they need these 3 things. And that's what we're going to be working on today. Hello, I've got another Facebook user that has ventured up to say hello. Love seeing everyone here. Make sure also that you hit a heart or a like. If you don't, if you're like, yeah, Shawna, I can't type anything in, I'm driving, just hit a heart or a like. I totally get that. All right. So I wanted to let you know that the way let me tell you a little background about how I actually the first light bulb moment when this really hit home for me, this point that customers need these 3 things. So I've been an artist for about 4 years, and out of those 4 years I had done a little art show 3 years consecutively, right? So 3 years consecutively, I had done this show. It was a really intimate show. It's one of my favorite ones. Once I stopped really traveling and doing things on the road, it's kind of the one show that I really miss. It was very well curated. I was so honored to be in that. It was an invite only. You couldn't even apply. There were no applications. They literally called and said, "Hey, we want you." So there were only 30 of us. And every year, this was one of those things that I looked forward to. And it was fall. It was a fall thing. So the other thing that I liked about it is they did it outdoors in this really high-end shopping center, right? And they put a big tent up. So not only did you have your own tent, right? We've all been to art shows, you have your own tent, but your tent was within their big tent. And of course, we had electricity, so we had lights. It was very well done. And inside the big tent, they had this big lounge area, which was fabulous because a couple of the furniture stores that were located in that little elite shopping center brought some of their floor samples out. And so they set up out there. So people, it wasn't just a shopping venue as far as walking through and visiting the artists. They also had time to hang out and enjoy themselves. It was a great setting for an art show. They had an open reception every Friday night. When they opened this thing, they would do the VIP reception. They had hors d'oeuvres and cocktails and wine, and it was a great setup. So now you have an idea why I like doing the show so much. But there were always a few people that were really engaging and other people, not so engaging as they come through your booth. But this first year I was there, I met this couple and, we were chatting with them. And out of the chat, I was able to really glean that they owned multiple homes. This wasn't just their home base where the show was at. They also had homes in other places. They had a home in Aspen, they had a home in Florida. And it was like, oh, wow, you have lots of places for art, right? So we enjoyed our conversation, but they didn't buy anything from me that way and that year. And I was very disappointed because I'm like, really, if I can't sell to people who have more walls than the average person, what am I doing? It made me question myself a lot. It was kind of one of those eye-opening moments. So the second year I go there, and once again, having a conversation with them, they come back, they remember me, I remember them, we're engaging. I had a terrible email at that point. So my list was, I really hadn't communicated with these people in between shows. So it was really delightful that they remembered me. And then they basically kind of let the cat out of the bag that, well, they're the ones who sponsor the show. The whole show, like, they're the ones who put on the show. They pay for all that stuff, all the hors d'oeuvres, the wine, the big tent, everything, all the advertising. It was very well advertised. So I was like, oh, oh, wow. Okay. So we're, getting to know them a little bit better. They didn't buy from me again that year, you guys. I wanted to cry. So don't get me wrong. It was a show that I did well at and I sold every year, but I had my finger, like, this was my ideal customer. This was who I wanted. And second year in a row, I hadn't sold to them. So we did follow each other on Facebook at this point. We stayed connected more, right? My Instagram, they were on my Instagram, they were on my Facebook. So there was a little bit back and forth, mainly personal profile. They didn't really follow my business page, which I thought was interesting. So third year, third time's the charm, right? Third year, we go back. Same thing. They had even better turnout. I was really proud to be there. That was one of their biggest years as far as their turnout goes. And they didn't talk to me that VIP night. And I was like, I probably missed my chance. Usually that was when we had our conversation. I thought, well, if I'm going to sell to them, it would be the VIP night, but they were very busy. There were more people than usual. So I didn't really get to chat with them. They came back the next Saturday morning, and I was so thankful. They were so good to me as far as the curator of the show always gave me a really good spot in the show. And so they were stopping and chatting with me. Once again, kind of left my booth and didn't say, I want that piece, even though we'd been talking about this piece. And it was actually a piece that I'd had up. This was the second year. I brought it back because it's a huge piece. It's not a piece that most people can fit in there. It's not your average piece of art, right? Not a 30 by 40. We're talking a 4 foot by 6 foot piece that I brought specifically for them because we talked about it last year. So it's kind of like the anchor of my booth, right? They didn't say, okay, this is the year. But they came back after they had walked through the whole show, and they just said, hey, we want to take that piece. Will you just put a sold sign on it? We didn't bring a vehicle. I was up here having coffee at my blah, blah, blah shop. And I'm like, absolutely. So it's sold. But here's the point. Here's where my light bulb moment happened. It took 3 years to sell this piece. So I started trying to figure, okay, what in the world? Why did it take 3 years? It comes down to that famous phrase that we have all heard, and I mention it all the time, the know, like, trust factor. Those were the 3 things they needed. They needed to know me, they needed to like me, and they needed to trust me before they were going to pull out that credit card. And it was a high 5-figure sale. It wasn't just, a $500 piece. It was a significant investment, even for them. And they had money to spare. It wasn't at all like they were saving up money for this purchase. No, they just needed those 3 things to be able to buy. So there you have it. That is the framework for what I'm teaching you today. The know, like, trust factor. How well do they know you? Are you making sure that your customers know you as a person? whether it's in person or online. We can do it either way. It doesn't have to be an in-person thing. But if you're doing it online, you have to be out there consistently, because think about the reach and the connection that you have online. Not every single person in your little universe is going to see every single post. You have to make sure you're out there consistently so they know you, so they see you. Then you got to be a likable person, right? You can't come online and not really want to converse with people or be engaging. I just want you to be the best version of you. I think Jamie put a post in here this week and I love that post. This requires you to show up as your most authentic, best self, the best version of yourself. When you can put that out there, everyone's going to love you. You just really have to feel secure in knowing that it's you that they want to connect with. They need to like you. So put it out there. Even if it's stuff that you're like, oh, this seems kind of crazy. I don't know. It's kind of quirky. It's okay. Put it out there. Then they need to trust you. What's that about? Well, the trust is just about the fact that you have to be around for a while, right? There has to be some kind of history for them to trust you, especially if you are trying to sell a high ticket item. People don't need to trust as much when they're looking for something $100 and less. But when you're wanting to sell a high ticket offer, which we are, they need to know, like, and trust you, which means you have to be out there looking like a professional and showing up consistently. Consistency and is part of showing up as a professional. That's going to help them trust you. Do you have return policies? Do you offer commissions, and do you have agreements when you offer commissions? Do you have a product line that's cohesive that they can see? Oh, wow, yeah, she does this. This is her thing. This is her gig. Oh, yeah, I totally trust her to be able to do that for me. If you can establish those three things, you're going to be able to do this. And, the example I gave you, that was an in-person sale, but the truth is that know, like, trust can happen anywhere. It does not have to happen at an in-person show. The know, like, trust factor can be built online just as easily, actually, as it can be built in person. All right, that is really the biggest thing that I had for you, but I have a huge announcement. Here at Mega Selling Artists, we are always looking to find ways to serve you, our artists, our community, in a way that meets you where you are, right? I want to meet you where you are, but I also want you to stretch a little. I want to pull you outside your comfort zone a little. If you just stay where you are and you don't do anything different than what you're doing, you're not going to get any different results. You all know that, right? So we are going to be announcing the Mega Selling Artist Trailblazer. Actually, I guess this is the first official announcement. It is not accessible to you yet. We have not opened the doors, but I'm going to give you a little sneak peek of here is what's happening. It is a monthly membership that you will have exclusive training to. Training 3 times a month, exclusive training 3 times a month. It's not what I put inside here. It would be only for the members. Yes, the KLT factor. Thank you. 3 times a month. And it's where you get the tactical. Not only are you getting the strategy, but you're getting the tactical training, which is how to do. How do you establish the know, like, trust factor? What are the steps? That's the kind of stuff that we cover inside the Trailblazers membership. And then you're going to be getting 2 trainings a month from me. Plus, you're going to get one. We're calling it a member makeover. A member makeover. What is that, Shawna? Well, that means one person in our membership, they submit, and I will go personally review anything that they want me to review. If you want me to look at your Facebook page and say, hey, Shawna, do I need to be doing something different in here? If you are looking for something as far as your emails, maybe it's emails that you're sending out and you want someone to review 2 or 3 of your emails and say, here's my welcome series. Am I covering everything I need to cover in these? this is what we are going to do. Every month, one person will get a member makeover. Something you submit, choose one person. So hopefully we rotate through everyone, right? But that's 3 trainings a month that you're going to have in this membership, this monthly membership. It's a subscription that you're going to be able to cancel anytime. You're not going to be locked in to anything, which I will say right there, we're over delivering, right? But the goal of this group is to be able to meet you where you are and over deliver. We really want to knock your socks off so that we can help you move your business forward. And I'll be honest, we want you to move forward so that you can invest in some of my higher end training, the higher end training where I get to work with you in person every week. But we need to get you to a point where you're making some money, right? You have some income coming in so that you can reinvest in your business and grow it even bigger. Hey, Chris, good morning. Good to see you. So it is going to be opening November 16th. November 16th is our opening day that we are launching that. We will be opening the doors to registration. We are offering it right now. And I'm just going to go ahead and tell you the price because, like I said, I wanted to be able to provide something that meets you where you're at. Anyone can afford this. Anyone. And so I want you to tell your friends. Invite them. They'll have to be a part of the Mega Selling Artist Group to get this price point. It's an introductory price. We're not going to be offering it for this for very long. If you want in on this price, you need to hit #Blazer because we're Mega Selling Artist Trailblazers in there. The Trailblazer membership, #Blazer. It is $25 a month, $25 a month or $250 a year for you to have access to that membership that you can, once again, cancel anytime. Of course, if you join the whole year annual membership and you decide you want out, we can't refund that because you've already invested in the whole year. But if you sign on for the monthly subscription, you're like, I don't know, I want to try this out. And you're in there for a month or two and you're like, yeah, this isn't working for me. I don't feel like I'm getting what I need, which I'm going to challenge you because I guarantee you're going to get what you need. Obviously, I can't deliver it to you all in one month. I wish I could, but that's not the way it happens, right? So consistently every month, we're going to be in there making sure that you have content that is going to change your business. But if you hit #Blazer right now, I'm going to make sure that you are on the insider VIP list, which means you are going to get the registration link first as soon as the doors open. Like I said, I'm not sure how long I'm going to be offering it at this introductory price. It is a crazy low price. I realize that. But I wanted to make sure that we got as many people in the doors as we could so that you guys could really engage and learn what the program is about. And let's be honest, you guys have been with me for a long time. So I really wanted to offer that to you first as just a thank you for being here, for being part of this community and helping me be able to accomplish my mission, right? It's not something that I get to do all the time. So when I get to be with you every week, it means a lot to me. And I appreciate you taking your time to be in here and let me know what you need. All right. So there are a lot more amazing details that come inside this package. I can't wait to tell you everything. That's just a peek. That's just a peek. So #Blazer, if you want to be in on that VIP list, like I said, I'm not hiding the price. It is $25 a month or $250 a year for you to have training 3 times a week. And one of those is basically a one-on-one training where you will get my eyeballs on your business, get personal suggestions as far as what you can do to tweak your messaging and really target that sales science that we've been talking about. Sales are powered by science, whether we like it or not. We need to make science our friend. Science can be our friend because science is what's going to help us sell. And I make sure that I put science in the context that it's really easy to understand and that we can leverage it to sell, to make our businesses run like a machine. All right, I'm going to sign off. Thank y'all for being here. And please share this with anyone you think might be interested in this. of course, I want them to be a member of the group. They can get some time with us here before they decide they want to come in and be part of the Trailblazer membership. So let your friends know, and we will see you next week. Take care, everyone.